Hello, welcome back to the Spider's Web, and in this video we're going to be starting a small series of unboxing videos. They're not going to be as long, I don't think, as the Conan and the Mythic Battles one, but it's another Kickstarter campaign. It's arrived today. It's from Darkgate Games. It's the Order of the Vampire Hunters. Let's get down to the table and see what's in the core set, shall we? This is the core set. Let's turn it over, open, get the wrapper off. Gotta get the wrapper off. You can't get into it without getting the wrapper off. And what do we have inside? It says here, the Order of Vampire Hunters is a cooperative board game for 1 to 4 players, thrown into vampire dens with a small band of comrades. You will use classic weapons like stakes, holy water and sunlight to destroy the creatures of the night. Team up and make combination attacks. Craft makeshift items while you hunt and obtain quality equipment during your downtime. Learn new skills to take down these vile creatures. But watch the clock. At sundown you become their prey. Vampire Hunters is defined by thematic, innovative and fast game mechanics that can guarantee a unique and fun gaming experience. Sundown and the Awakening completely change the dynamics of the game. Optional game modes ensure the game will always be fresh. Good hunting. We have contents: 51 highly detailed plastic miniatures, 6 double-sided map tiles, 2 small double-sided map tiles, 4 double-sided dashboards, 13 ID cards and 4 basic weapon cards, 9 dice, 1 clock, 138 tokens, 265 cards and 1 rulebook. It's a game for 1 to 4 players, ages 14 plus, and it takes about an hour. For the first game, obviously it will take that bit longer, but let's have a look at what we have inside. There's the box. Nice picture. Come on. Oh, and it's a game by Filippo Chirico. I'm hoping that's how it's pronounced. Okay, so we have, first of all, the rulebook. Wow. There's the rulebook and the scenario book as well. There are 59 pages. We've got the game summary on the back. We have scenarios. How many scenarios do we get? 12, which isn't bad at all. It's campaign rules. There's 2 different campaigns. The instructions seem quite clearly laid out. I've not read them yet, as you can see. I've only just opened them, but there we have most of the contents. Photos of the minis, the map tiles, all the cards and things. Looks nice. Okay, so first off, what we get to is the cards, the player cards. I don't know if there's a difference between front and back. Doesn't look like it, but they're double-sided. So we have basic weapons, inventory, ID card and the logo for the game. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Next we have, oh, that's the difference. That's the clock, obviously. And we have the day hours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 9, 10, 11, 12 are the night hours. Obviously when it gets to there, that's the Awakening. That's single-sided. Another game boards, firmly thick. Both double-sided. both double-sided, I meant. This one's double-sided. A little bit of a dent in there, but not to worry. There we go. Oops, nearly slid off the board. The satin finish on this makes them quite slippy, they don't stick together. There we go. Quite nice work on it. Not too colourful for what's needed. I think if it was very colourful, I think it would detract away from the feel of the game somewhat. Gives it a nice moody atmosphere. On the final board, you've got the colour exactly where you need it. So they're the tiles, or the game boards rather, game tiles, and now we have tokens. Again, not 100% sure what they all are yet. That's obviously a tile for going down a ladder and coming up a ladder. I would assume doors, barricades, that kind of thing. Ladder tiles. The other side of the double-sided ladder tile. Oops, I've just dropped a token on the floor. No, I don't want to run the risk of losing any. And same again. So we get two boards like that, and now we have the cardboard box of awesome. At least I'm hoping it's a cardboard box of awesome. They're promising highly detailed figures. We'll find out in a bit whether those promises are good or not. What do we have? Well, we have in this box minis, dice, cards. We have another piece of card, and then underneath we have more minis and more cards. So what we'll do is we'll now go down to the tabletop and have a look at the cards and the minis and see how they are. Okay? Won't be a second. Right, we're back. And something I found on the bottom, underneath the first tray of cards, under the top tray of minis, underneath this set of cards, I found these as well. These actually go around the bases of the minis. I'm assuming that's for team play if you've got more than one squad of vampire hunters. But let us, for the time being, focus on the cards. Okay, so let's get these opened. There we go. And as per usual, I'm not going to be going through these in any great detail. Okay, let's have a look. Right, so got it. Okay. I think. Right, so we have this card, which was the first one we looked at. what I didn't realise is, as we flip it over, it's double-sided. So that's that. Next we have the character cards and the weapon cards. Joshua, Sarah, Magenta and Stefan. These are the 4 heroes that you get with the base game. So Joshua's card looks like that, and on the back it looks like that. I'm assuming that this is something to do with if he gets turned into a vampire. His distance range attack is 0. He rolls 2 dice and you have to get 3s to hit, and you hit on a 5+. Well, you roll 3 dice rather, and you have to hit on a 5+. Well, like zombie side, I suppose. I may be wrong on that, but anyway, that's Joshua's card. Next, Sarah's card, and she has the same on the back. Magenta's card. Same on the back. And Stefan's card with the same on the back. Okay, so that's one set done. Next we have these cards, which are combined attack cards. Now, are the different cards? Okay, so these cards are green, combined attack cards. Let's have a look at these ones first. As I said, I'm not going into great detail with these. I just want to have a quick look. And then we have the red combined attack cards. Don't know what the difference are, but there must be some difference. Ah, right. The green ones that we just looked at, these must be for when they are actually vampire hunters. The red ones, as I can see here, the first line is the turned hunter. So these must be when they've been turned into a vampire. You'd use these ones. So. That's that. I managed to work something else. Yay! I know it doesn't happen very often. Next we have these cards, which show the character, assuming health, speed, agility, no, speed and agility, mental prowess, some form of academic thing. Let's have a look in the rulebook, see if it tells me what they are. Okay, the book is faith, that is mind, and that is agility. Okay, there we are. If all else fails, read the rulebook. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Next we have Sarah's card, and then we have Magenta's card. Oh, in fact, I've just noticed something. Again, these are double-sided. So let's go back to Joshua's card. This is his hunter side, and this is when he gets turned. Notice how he has not quite as many lives when he gets turned than he does as a hunter. This is Sarah's card again, as you may see, and that's Sarah's hunting turned Sarah's card. And now we have Magenta's card, and the turned hunter side, and finally Stefan. And he's turned hunter side. There we go. Next we have okay, the actual, we have 4 cards exactly the same. These are the like step-by-step cards, not the turn order cards kind of thing. Rule summary, that's the word I was looking for. So I'll show you with these side by side because they're exactly the same. There's 4 cards exactly the same. That's one side, that's the other side, exactly the same card. So hopefully you can see that there. After that we have the vampire cards. Let's have a quick look on the back. Yep, okay. So we have, for this one we have this side, oops, it says drink blood, rules for that one. And this one is Daywalker. And then we have strength in numbers for this one. Nothing for that one. Burrower, death from below. I don't know what would happen. I don't know what happens about these. But, so we'll find out. Echolocation for the giant bat. Again, blank on that side. Deep bite for the thrall. Yeah, blank side. And then for the guardian we have maul. And nothing there. Okay, so that's that set, and now we have elder vampires. And first off we have this one, Thea. I don't know how it's pronounced. Summon Guardian. And then we have Avaki with the Visceral Scream. There we go. So that's on the larger cards looked at. Now let's have a crack at the smaller of the cards. And depending on how long this video goes, it may be split into 2 for looking at the minis. I don't know yet, but we will find out. Why can't I? Get these flipping things out. Okay, so we have green special ability cards. I'm going to whiz through these quite quickly. I don't know whether they're all exactly the same. No, they aren't exactly the same. There are different ones. Okay, so we have the green special ability cards. The Vampire from the Hip, Lucky Shot, Efficient, Shadow, Counter, Righteous, Steadfast, Live, Takeover, Fleet-Footed, Fearless, Soft Spot, Eagle Eye, Extra Damage, Crushing Blow, Dead Shot, Courage, Strike Back, Energy Rush, Shake It Off, Sharp Eyes, Rest, and Field Medic. They are the special ability cards. Next up we have equipment cards. Let's see if all of these are equipment cards. Probably not, because I can see some red ones coming up now. And we have medikits, Garlic Fog, Trident, Firebomb, UV Strobe, Silvered Bolus, Explosive Spear Gun, Holy Water Bomb, Silver Spear Gun Grenade, Stake Grenade, UV Dye Injector, Acid Spray, Sonic Mask, Adrenaline Shot, Silver Net, Holy Water Lance, X-Ray Imager, Thermal Lance, Boomerang, Silver Vapor Caltrops, UV Flashbang, Sticky Bomb, Helicopter Blades, Bazooka and a Holy Bomb. That's what you're getting there. And these are all Elder Influence cards. Now I don't know whether they're all mixed up, whether that's one deck, this is another deck and this is another deck, but we'll find out as time goes on. So what did I say these were? Elder Influence cards. There we go. I'm just going to have a quick whiz through them all. I'm not going to go in any great detail. They all seem to be quite nice cards, really good card stock. Certain companies should be using these as standard, but for some reason don't. Nice and thick. You feel that? Or can you hear that? Really well made cards, or really well thought out cards rather, because they are thick enough that they don't tear easily, they don't stick together. Why other companies don't use these type, I don't know. But that's one set. Let's have a look at another. There we go. Right, what do we have in here? We have Activation Night. Let's just whiz through and make sure I get all of them. Activation Day. Let's do Activation Day ones first. Okay, then we'll have a look at the Activation Night ones. There we go. So I'm not quite sure exactly how they all work, because as I said, obviously they're level 1 cards, these are level 2 cards. I don't know whether there's any more. Yes, there is. There's level 3 cards, which we're got to now. Yeah. So they are the day activation cards. And now we get to the night activation cards, or the activation night cards. Again, not going to go into any detail of what they do. I've noticed that the blank ones on level 2, or the top one on level 2 are blank. And there's a few blank ones on level 3 in different areas. Hadn't noticed that in others. But there we go. I may have missed them, because to be honest I didn't take much notice of every single card. I didn't take notice of every single card, I just skimmed through and I was really focusing on the level areas. But they're the activation nights and activation day cards. Next set we have terror events. I don't know whether all these are going to be terror events. No, they aren't. So let's have a look at these. Oh, my fingers are now becoming quite... because these are small cards and I'm holding them. My fingers are seizing up. So we have these ones. Which ones did it say these were? Terror events. Okay. So it just gives you an idea of what's going on with them. We've got another deck of cards right after these. To have a look at. Hopefully these are all the last lots. These are the compulsion cards. obviously got your title, the name of it, what it does, and what penalty you take to activate it. At least I'm assuming that that's what it is. Obviously, if you want a closer look at any, you can always just pause the video. Hopefully you can get a shot that's focused enough. And now the final deck. So I'm glad to see that unlike a lot of other, or certain other companies who release cards, they are mixed up together. I'm not naming names, but you know who you are. They're all set at what, you know, all the cards are set in order. So we have a load of items we can pick up. Are all these items? No. Let's have a look at. I'm not going through all of this deck. We can just have a look at a few things. It just gives you an idea of what we'll. Oh, now. Oh, there's different style of things. So yeah, let's have a look at all of them because there's different style of things. So this one, you have a glass bottle. When you mix it with, I'm assuming, when you've got the holy water with it, you turn it over, and that's what you're looking at. Or when you you get holy water, and when you've used it, it goes back to being an empty glass bottle. I'm not sure. I don't know how it works. Same with this, you get a flamethrower on one side. I'll turn it that way up. It's an empty gas cylinder or some such. That's a saw blade axe. So these will be for when you need to combine two things to make the item. I assume. There's an axe staff. Or it could be that until it gets broken, then it's that, and you need to either fix it again or oh, missed another one. Pickaxe stake. In fact, let's just turn them upside down. And then we can go through them a little easier without me keep having to turn them around. Because you don't really need to see both sides. There we go. Glass nail gun. Love it. There we go. And then we're back to these kind of cards again. Now this is quite interesting. We have another double-sided card, but this time St. Rainer's staff, short staff, if we turn it that way, it's long staff. That has a 0 to 1 range, and this one has a 0 range. And that's quite good. And here we go. So that's it for the cards. I think, oh no, we have a few more to look at yet. Let's see what the rest are. Encounter cards. Oh, let's look at this one. This is the extractor. It's a piece of equipment that you'd use harpoon kind of thing to stake or to impale a vampire, and then you'd use this, and then somebody on the other end of the wire that's attached to the harpoon would wind them out into the open. Interesting. I wonder if the mini's still in there for that. Okay, so now we have encounter cards, and I'm just wondering now if this is something similar to the thing for Zombicide on levels that you're on. Don't know. There we are. Okay, so that's the cards done. Let's have a quick look at the dice. How long have we had on this video so far? 37 minutes. Okay, so what I'm doing, just have a quick look at the dice. Quite big, chunky white dice. And one red one. These are normal 6-sided dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have 8 of those, and we have this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides blank. Then we have that image on it on the other 2 sides. I'm assuming when you're trying to stealth you would roll that. If you get that, you've stealthed. If you get that, you've made a sound and alerted the vampires. So I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't know, but I think we're going to leave this video now and then start another one for the minis and have a quick look at the minis on that. So join me in the next video. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Until next time, take care, God bless, and bye for now.